we did. We woke the birdies up. We scared a whole bunch of them this morning. Yeah, that's I guess it's a nature preserve, and then the lights in the distance of the oil fields. Yeah, and some other industry. But yeah, we woke up the birdies. They were not happy with us. We scared them. They were roosted up in one of the trees. Yeah. Never scared the birdies awake here before. But you can hear them. They're not happy. Let's find out what they are. Turn on my mermaid. I think he just saw another doggy. It's doggy walking time. You see the layer of dust and pollution. A lot of this is actually dust. I see a pumper truck down there. That's what it looks like, at least. Here's the battlefield. Beyond is more parking, and then there's a merchant area. And to the left side of the picture, you'll start to get some camping over there. Yeah, I know. You're impatient. I know this is just an elaborate pop-up. It's a weird shape, but it looks like somebody splatted paint from like 100 feet in the air. This morning, for whatever reason, they decided to take it down, and it just looks funny splatted there. It's actually really weird. I don't think I got a picture of it. It's actually really weird standing up. It's all spiky and stuff. But they decided to take it down at some point, and it looks like somebody splatted paint. It says, I don't know what that is. I say, you're not allowed to tinkle on it. It's not up very straight this morning, but at least it's up. Yesterday it was a splat. But I wanted to show you what it looked like when it was actually set up for shade. It's kind of odd. I think I prefer the old-fashioned thing like this that provides more shade. But this is kind of artsy. Because I'm into more practical than artsy. Unless it's an art display, then it can be as artsy as it would like to be. I've seen some crazy things like this that were art displays that were awesome. This is supposed to be shade. Kind of weird.
We'll head back because
Okay, so we forgot, misplaced, call it what you will, the boxes for the thimble rings and the bronze buttons, which should be on the left-hand side where that tray is with pewter thimble rings and archer's rings in it. I think the pouch hangers need to come out. They need to be created as finished pieces and put up on the board where the 1500s glass buttons assorted size sign is. The new eyeball Romano-Celtic ones need to be in next to the old Romano-Celtic hooks, and we need to fill in the other things that are missing, like the hat pins. I think keeping one tray of veil and hat pins is a good plan, but having way more cards of pins and veil pins and some regular pins in addition to the fancy pins. I would like to contract this board more. Possibly I need to decide if I want to have one tray of bracelets instead of two. That would allow me to contract the number of trays in front. I still need a demo hat to show how the hat pins are used, because the people don't get it. And rosary rings, I think, could be reduced, possibly even added to the flat trays in the belt hanger table. I think this tray, this section with the memento moris and stuff is fine. The pannular tray is okay. Did not have little baby ones this time. Could have sold one or two. Need to decide if we want to shift the large ones into a separate tray. I've done that before, and have mediums and small in the single tray. Spindle whorls, I think, are fine, but I really would like to add at least one more, maybe two more to the collection, and then just sort it around so that there's all the sizes fit in there. Anglo-Saxon, I would like to fill that tray with various things that are Anglo-Saxon, and that means I need a lot more of the triangular hooks. We've had trouble casting those in the past. Slavic stuff, the temple rings did not sell as well as they usually do. I'm not sure why. Stuff happens. It was a weird year. I would like to make up more of the fancy necklaces like this. I don't want as many do-it-yourself projects. I want more completed projects. This is a mostly empty board. That needs to not happen again. I can take down the Lady Visa and MasterCard welcome, and I can slide things around. The Anglo-Saxon tray could go to the left, and the two Slavic trays could go to the right, and then have the Slavic necklace immediately over the almost by the crack in the boards, and then have room over here to start piling in the Renaissance necklace sets. I need more Renaissance necklace sets. The sunshine polishing horse is fine, down at the bottom somewhere. Did not sell any Viking brooches or any bead swags this time. I need to have a bunch of regular bead swags that are not so expensive, that are just beads. And I need to have more Trichinopoly knit chains. Dress pins, I am out of those. Don't know what happened to them, whether they get left home or whether they were sold at Pennsic. More needle cases and toiletry sets. The quantity of Odins and stuff is fine. And the pewter dragons, they were not big sellers, but people thought they were cool. Let's see. Hooks, I need to have my Anglo-Saxon hooks fixed up better. I need my triangular Anglo-Saxon ones in quantity. Raven hooks back. More wrist clasps include the plate ones, not just the cast ones. And I need to have at least 2 different kinds of wrist clasps. So we're going to have to smush things around. I could put some of that sort of stuff over in the Anglo-Saxon tray. Forest hammers, I think, would sell better if they were hung on the wall. So I'm thinking this section over here can somehow be mashed around so that we can have forest hammers hanging on the wall. That would give me 2 free trays here to put other stuff in. I want at least 1 more key, and I need a smaller key in addition to the big keys. For Vikings, the coop stools and stuff are fine. I need something else in there, and I'm thinking a different kind of speed spacer would be a good plan. The bronze Valkyries are fine, but what I might do is consolidate. Like, I have 2 trays here. I could use a different type of divider system for this, and you know, with different hole sizes and stuff, and maybe mix things around so that these all wind up going into 1 tray, or 1 tray and then a partial tray, and then having more room in that second tray for other things. Okay, Romans. The Roman willies and vulvas have overflowed and are taking up all of the space in this tray now. So I had to slide the clubs sideways, which I think confuses people a little bit. I had 2 trays of bracelets at this event, sold 0. Need to decide if I want to try experiment with putting them on a different kind of display and saving these for something else, or what I'm going to do. I did, as usual, consolidate the nickel, silver, and the brass fibulas, and that worked fine. I also consolidated all of the glass pendants here, and I'm not sure that it's worth having them here. I may be better off doing something else. So if I can have quality Roman glass pendants, I think it makes sense to have them consolidated with the other Roman amulets over here, especially if I can do the willies and stuff. And I need to decide whether I'm just going to use these. I may just use the crosses and stuff, as part of the regular sales things that I make for the Memento Mori and prayer beads and stuff like that. I am pleased with the way that the Roman board looked this year. I think it looked nice and full. I don't need to have all those Pictish pendants up there. It would be nice if I could have a greater variety of things, but if I can't, at least it looks exciting to people, and they like the fact that there's a lot up there and a lot going on that they can look at. So that's that. I apparently did sell 1 set of Roman earrings, because I see I'm missing a set on the board, so that's a good thing. And I want to have more sets, because I think that's something that people really like. The Knight's chains and other chains, I keep feeling like I could consolidate that somehow, or at least partially consolidate it. And this needed to be filled out. The laurel section was good this time. The pelican section was mediocre. Master of Defense needs work. Laurel and Pelican is pretty good. Bronze Badges needs to be upgraded, and we need a Master of Defense and maybe something else in there, we'll see. And we need, we possibly could be using this section down over here for something else. So I have to think about the actual dimensions of that. The trays here are moderately full, so we're to the point where we're almost out of room in here. I could shrink this down, but I really don't want to. I need to have better signage for it, explaining what's going on there, and I have to decide whether, you know, do I want to put fewer of things out. Like here, I only put out 1 or 2 of each of the silver Valkyries instead of having like trays and trays of them. In the case of the silver crosses with enamel, I didn't put out lots of dupes either. I'm not sure people understood what any of that was, and that I view as a problem. It's difficult to get signage small enough that you can make everything make sense, but I think we need to try figuring out what we can do with that, if anything, other than a good spiel. The Laurel buttons and Pelican buttons, they are what they are. It is possible that they could be consolidated into one tray if the space is necessary. If we need to go to another one of these boxes in order to have room for 2 more trays, then I have to look at how I change the layout here. And I don't know if there is enough room to push this back in order to get it. I sort of don't think it. I might have to go to a single tray in here. I do have single trays, but Henry would need to upgrade those with lighting. And that's a possibility. I could put a single tray here and it would have the ability to be lit. It's just one of those things we gotta figure out. Last day at the event. Gorgeous sunrise to say goodbye. Yeah. Very nice. Cool clouds this morning. Hey Rufus, stop Bianca.